Welcome back to DIY MotorLab, the place where engineering passion meets pure automotive excitement. Today, we're diving into one of the most anticipated modern performance cars, the 2026 Aston Martin Vantage, a machine that combines British elegance, motorsport DNA, and cutting-edge design into one lethal performance package. Buckle in, because this is going to be a ride you don't want to miss. Let's start with what hits you first, the design. The 2026 Vantage looks aggressive, sharp, and unmistakably Aston. The front fascia has been reworked with a lower, wider grille that gives the car a predatory stance. The headlights are slimmer and more angular than before, giving off a focused, almost intimidating look. The sculpted hood lines aren't just for show, they guide air through the body for improved cooling and aerodynamics. Every cut, crease, and curve on this car has a purpose. It's not just a pretty face, it's a meticulously engineered weapon. Along the sides, the extended fenders and muscular shoulders tell you this car means business. The designers have dialed up the stance for a more planted, athletic look. And the rear, a complete visual knockout. You get a full-width LED light blade and a more pronounced diffuser that helps maximize downforce at high speeds. It's bold, modern, unmistakable, and yet it still feels like a true Aston Martin. Now let's talk performance, because the new Vantage doesn't just look faster, it is faster. Powering this beast is a revised twin-turbo 4.0-liter V8. Aston Martin has cranked things up to deliver around 656 horsepower. That's a massive leap over previous generations. The result? A 0 to 60 time of about 3.4 seconds and a top speed pushing past 190 miles per hour. This is performance on a whole new level for the Vantage nameplate. But raw numbers don't tell the full story. What makes the 2026 Vantage special is how it uses that power. Aston has refined the suspension with adaptive dampers that react faster and more accurately than before. The steering is sharper, the chassis is stiffer, and the traction control system has been recalibrated for more driver engagement. This is a car that feels alive, whether you're carving mountain roads or opening it up on a track. And with a new electronic limited slip differential, the Vantage can put its power down with incredible precision. Aston Martin didn't forget about the sound either. This V8 roars with a thunderous, crackling soundtrack that feels just as handcrafted as the car itself. It's a mix of aggression and refinement, a perfect match for the Vantage personality. Even with new emission standards, Aston Martin managed to keep the soul of the engine intact, loud, proud, and unmistakably British. Inside the cabin, the 2026 Vantage steps into the future. You get a fully digital driver display with Aston's new user interface, plus a larger central touchscreen that's actually intuitive, something the older models lacked. The materials are top tier: leather, Alcantara, real metal trim, and optional carbon fiber everywhere you want it. The seats are sculpted for support during high-G driving, but still comfortable enough for long road trips. It's a cockpit that blends luxury with purpose, exactly what the Vantage is all about. One of the biggest improvements inside is the technology. Finally, Aston Martin has embraced modern connectivity, giving you wireless Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and a much better audio system. But even with all the upgrades, the interior still feels driver-focused. Every control is angled toward the driver, and every surface you touch feels crafted with intention. So who is the 2026 Vantage actually for? It's for the enthusiast who wants something different, something that blends artisan craftsmanship with real performance. It's not trying to be a Porsche 911 or a Mercedes-AMG GT. It's doing its own thing, in a very Aston Martin way: classy, brutal, and undeniably cool. The 2026 Aston Martin Vantage isn't just an upgrade, it's a statement. A statement that Aston Martin is evolving, sharpening its engineering, and pushing toward the future without losing the soul that makes it iconic. Whether you're a die-hard Aston fan or just someone who appreciates brilliant automotive engineering, This Vantage shows exactly why Aston Martin remains one of the most respected names in performance cars. If you enjoyed this deep dive and want more engineering-focused breakdowns of the world's most exciting cars, make sure to subscribe to DIY MotorLab. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next build.